for the replay, right?
Toyota.
You don't hear the song.
They are the ones.
We got to give it to them.
Sponsor.
Let's do it.
Is a fraud and who's for real? Mazz's tears.
Yeah, these are the tears of the clown.
Mazz's tears.
The second tier.
Hold on, let me get my pen.
Mazz's tears.
Dallas. Buffalo. Tennessee.
Mazz's tears.
Third tier.
Okay, here we go. Hold on, let me get my pen.
Mazz's tears. 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 Tears.
There it is. It's that time of the week. It's Mazz's Tears. It's brought to you by the Bernardi Automotive Group. We'll give you sponsorship information here in a minute. But, Mazz, what are our topics?
Okay, so again, I'm going with flash, not substance. In other words, guys that seem to catch people's imagination or attention, probably get more attention than they deserve. But at the end of the day, I personally, because we, after all, believe that these, or have named these, Mazz's Tears, I do encourage you to contribute. I find these guys to be freaking useless.
So we're just naming players.
Players.
Not records.
I stuck with players just to keep it simple because otherwise it gets a little too scattered.
And Russell Westbrook is a jumping off point.
He is, and I tried to give people some understanding as to the kind of player I'm looking for. So when we were growing up, the guy that I would say embodied this was Dominique Wilkins.
Perfect.
Okay? Dominique Wilkins was a dunking scoring machine who never won squat. I'm not necessarily looking for losers, but fans loved him. He was a highlight darling. He was a fantasy player darling. And at the end of the day, was not a great competitor and never was a winner. So, again, there's lots of ways to get at that, but you get the idea.
Good one. All right. Mazz's Tears brought to you by the Bernardi Automotive Group. Get the most for your trade at all 5 Bernardi locations during their Trade and Save event. Bernardi needs your used vehicle and are paying up to $2,000 over book value, so give them a shout.
Yep, and this is not just all basketball, by the way. We're talking about all sports. So, Tier 3, just some of the people that bug me, maybe on a lesser level. David Pasternak.
Nice.
Ovechkin 2.0.
He's on my list. Ovechkin. Ovechkin is more complete.
Okay, or Ovechkin light, maybe, is how I would describe it. Mark McGuire was all about the home runs and nothing else. People loved him. He kind of sucked defensively. He didn't hit for average, and yet for some reason he became beloved. Lamar Jackson belongs on this list. I like Lamar Jackson. I think he's a good player, but he's also more of a highlight producer than he is a tangible results producer. Michael Vick, again, a video game type of player. At the end of the day, what was his career record, Murray? Do you know?
I don't
Was he a
know.
500 quarterback?
No, I mean, I loved watching him, but he deserves to be on here. He really only had one truly great season. That was 2010.
I mean, a lot of flaws in Vick's game. He was fun to watch, but if he was your quarterback, it kind of didn't work. So he was this conundrum for a lot of people. And then I have DeMar DeRozan on this list, and a lot of people are going to say, what do you have against him? And I would tell you, how many songs has the guy been named in?
DeMar DeRozan?
All the time. He shows up in song lyrics constantly. Am I
Songs?
correct? Yes.
This is news
Yes.
to me.
I
And
haven't
fantasy players love DeMar DeRozan.
What song is he
fantasy
in?
songs writing raps and like songs?
Yes, he pops up in songs. I think he's in 3 or 4 different songs.
Songs?
What's your playlist?
Wait,
This
are you
is news
serious?
to me.
Yeah, I'm telling you, DeMar DeRozan. Now, someone's going to have to. I just think DeMar DeRozan is sort of kind of the classic misfit who he's a mid-range player, but he doesn't rebound. He doesn't pass particularly well. He doesn't play defense. He doesn't shoot threes. So he's sort of a now again, there's a lot to like about his game from a old man standpoint, but at the end of the day, he ain't that good.
Mike Vick's career record, by the way, 76, 66, and 1.
Okay, 500 quarterback. So DeMar DeRozan's less of a highlight guy than some of the others, but something about him's always bugged me.
Cumdazine? Who's that? Do I even know what my pronounce that right?
I can't help you with that.
Oh,
that-
comethazine, I think.
Yeah,
is
who's
it.
Comethazine?
I don't know. But I think that might be like some sort of
That's not
scissor.
like Dixie Wrecked.
No.
Tier 2. I like
listening,
Dixie.
Are you listening to comethazine, Mazz?
I'm just telling you.
Comethazine. Go ahead.
Tier 2, Sammy Sosa. This, by the way, this discussion generally lends itself mostly to, I would say, hockey and basketball, really. But anyway, let me keep going. Sammy Sosa, Blake Griffin, hollow, can jump over a car, sucks on the basketball court. Austin Matthews, a center who scores goals and doesn't make anybody better.
Definitely.
Dante Bichette, who was like a fantasy player's dream and sucked as a baseball player.
Back in the day, he was a fantasy player's dream.
Oh, because he could run a little bit, hit home runs, played in Colorado, the ultimate Colorado Rocky.
Got it.
Complete stuffed shirt. I went to Kevin Majori for this one. He says that Adam Fox, a defenseman for the Rangers,
The Rangers. You don't like Adam
He
Fox?
said Adam Fox is hollow. Is that correct, Majori? Help me out here.
Power play merchant. Almost 40% of his points come on the power play.
Did he win the Norris one year?
Yeah, but it's because he had a lot of points.
Okay.
Okay,
I liked Adam Fox. All right, do like Adam Fox.
Majori says he's hollow. I'll take his word for
Me
it.
too.
Tracy McGrady,
Oh, good one.
Randy Moss,
Good one.
Odell Beckham Jr. Tell me, what's the signature play of Odell Beckham's career?
He made the catch over his head with one hand.
Dumb
Exactly.
catch that became the Madden cover. Yeah.
It was an internet moment. It's exactly what it was. What's the biggest catch he's made in a game to win anything?
Yeah.
Can't think of it, right?
He was on the verge of having a good Super Bowl when he tore his knee.
That's
I
right.
agree.
He made some plays early in that game.
It was with the Rams, right?
Yeah, remember?
So it was off to a good start. But if you were to say what is the highlight of Odell Beckham Jr.'s career, it's an internet moment.
Yeah.
Is what it is. That's it. And those are the kinds of players I hate. There's no substance to it. Tier 1 is really sort of a unique group. I think we're all going to agree on these guys. I threw one quarterback in there. But we'll start with Carmelo Anthony, who's a longtime favorite for me to hate. I just can't stand the guy, never could. All about the numbers. Russell Westbrook right there with him. Same kind of player. Vince Carter, another dunk champion. That again, just puts up numbers. Never really accomplished anything else. Kirk Cousins, quarterback, was a guy that fantasy players have always loved because you can get him in the 4th round, 5th round. He'll put up good numbers. He'll never win anything as a real quarterback. He kind of sucks. But as a fantasy, most of you 21-year-olds used to love a guy like Kirk Cousins when he was in the league. Mike Evans, Murray, I thought you might appreciate this one.
Yeah.
Massive numbers as a wide receiver. At the end of the day, someone will crack him in the head, and that'll be the end of it. He'll get put out of a game and taken out because he's just not that tough or doesn't make the big catches. Just my opinion. And James Harden, who, again, near the top of this list, complete loser, lots of numbers, never really puts up any kind of performance at a time when it means something.
Mike Evans always had frying pan hands at the worst possible times. But, look at how many 1,000-yard consecutive seasons he's had. Kind of overrated. Glaring omission for me on there, Dak Prescott.
Ooh,
Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott.
interesting.
Hollow.
Yeah, maybe.
A lot of numbers.
So this is one that's going to lend itself to a lot of
Flash over substance.
speculation because a lot of people said to me, "What about A-Rod?" He was a really good regular season player, like probably one of the 20 best players all time. So I'm not looking for a choker per se.
Righto.
So you could say a choker, but it's really more about somebody who was more flash than substance. A-Rod definitely was flash, and there was a sort of phoniness to him and all that. But at the end of the day, he could really play.
Hockey has had a lot of them.
Yeah, there were a lot of hockey ones to pick at.
Ilya Kovalchuk,
Oh, good one.
Pavel Bure.
I mentioned him in the office.
Did you?
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, and some they tend to be European guys, but stat merchants never won a effing thing.
So it's just another one that we wanted to name this as kind of like stat humpers.
Yeah,
Except that Vinny couldn't put it up on the side.
stat merchant.
So we had to go without it.
Stat humpers. Yeah. So a lot of hockey guys like that. If I really thought about it, Pasternak's on the list. Sorry, I think he is.